That's a really good question.
I thought about wearing it, like bling.
Wrestling's pretty good. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Frank Castle is in my bones. Like Frank Castle is in my bones.
The things that I saw in him and that he saw in me, too.
You mentioned the sweepstakes. Is that, I guess, if you guys could get into how you do the sweepstakes? I've been on auction sites before for charity. Won some things. You kind of have to keep logging back in, check the bids, and maybe you're getting notifications. But how does this differentiate from the way these kind of fun charity payoffs have worked out for people before?
Yeah, so it's a digital sweepstakes platform, and obviously our mission is to give away life-changing prizes while raising awareness for multiple charities, the charities that we partnered with. And for this sweepstakes that Camille and I are doing, you enter at the sweepstakes by going to Voomerang.com, and you buy a certain number of tickets to enter the sweepstakes. Obviously, the more money you put down, the more entries you're going to get into the sweepstake. That's how it works. And then you get drawn. It's going to be a randomly drawn winner when on December 31st at 11:59 at night on New Year's Eve, which is going to be really cool. And you're going to be able to enter. There's 2 sweepstakes going on right now, and one of them is for 2 Chevy Corvettes that Camille did. It's basically, we call them Camille's Corvettes. One's a brand new 2023 Chevy Corvette. And what's cool about this sweepstakes that we love is we want the winner to feel good about giving as well. And the winner will be able to give away another Chevy Corvette, a 1975 or 2023. They get to pick what one they would like, and they get to give it away to one of their friends or family member just to see get that feeling of how giving feels good. And then the other package is a dream vacation package worth up to $140,000, including round fare tickets, Airbnb, all that good stuff. And that package is a double package worth $70,000 each, and the winner will also give another package to someone else for a $70,000 package. So it totals up to a $140,000 package. So you enter by going to Voomerang.com, entering the sweepstakes, and then once you win, you get to give the same package to a friend or a family member or whoever you desire, which is cool.
No, but that was the beauty of it is you don't realize that once you win, or if you win, I think this is what makes it so revolutionized, what makes it so different from other, things that you can enter for a giveaway, is that when Rob and I drive this Corvette of your choice, the restored 1975 Chevrolet Corvette or the brand new 2023, we will be delivering it to their home. That's an experience in itself. It's going to be a good time. We're going to make sure that they feel really good about it. But we get to say, hey, who is it that you have chosen that if you were to win, that you want to pay it forward to? Is it, your mom who's been working 3 jobs for that extra vehicle in her home, or your sister who's, graduating soon and she has a new gift, or, someone that, just how good it feels. You did good. You giving generously towards one of our charities for this first giving campaign, whether it's the Pete Frady's ALS Foundation, the Gronkowski Youth Foundation. And this is our way of saying thank you for paying it forward. And now you get to pay it forward to someone else and feel how good that feels. So that's, we're really, really excited for that aspect too, of being a part of giving away the prizes and then being with them to see how they feel, because that's our favorite part about being a part of this. I think that's why, in this world of social media and technology, why these surprise videos go viral, because everybody loves a touching story. Everybody loves to see, you never know when someone wins what their backstory is. So I'm really excited to get to know these people face to face. I think that's what's so cool about having these types of platforms on, social media, but then getting to go and be a part of meeting these people and seeing who they are, what they're about. And so I have a really good feeling that whoever ends up winning, it's going to be for a really good reason. So we're excited for that piece of it too. Outside of, choosing that winner, is getting to know who these winners are and sharing it with the world.
Rob, another, I guess, football question for you, but being in Chicago, I have to ask you, when there's so many things, going wrong on the field and behind the scenes, and you start the season 0-4, what can a player do to kind of navigate that or help turn things around?
Yes, I mean, I'm not really sure that they're going to turn it around this year. I mean, they can possibly do that by just winning a few games. That would be great. But Chicago's in a tough circumstance right now. It doesn't feel like it's just the players. It doesn't feel like it's just the coaches. It feels like it's a whole entire organization there that's in shambles. They thought they were going to turn it up this year. They traded for DJ Moore and got a number one wide receiver, but they're even doing worse this year than they were last year. I feel like they have the pieces. They can have the pieces. They got the athletes. They got the talent. They got an unbelievable quarterback who can run the ball, but just things aren't clicking. There's going to have to be a makeover eventually, and ownership's going to have to step down and figure out what that makeover is going to be. Unless if somehow they miraculously turn the page right now, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen this year. But they're going to have to keep the pieces that are strong and move on from the pieces that are the weak link eventually after this year.
Camille, even though there's obviously the writer's strike just ended and now they'll be dealing more with the actor's strike, but you got to work with kind of still the IT director right now is Sean Levy and Free Guy. I'm just wondering what that experience was like for you and what kind of director Sean was.
Sean is hands down one of the best directors I've ever worked with. My experience on Free Guy was unlike anything I've ever experienced. I will remember that shooting that movie and in my second home in the city of Boston for the rest of my life. And I'm crossing my fingers for a Free Guy too. So hopefully we'll be shooting another one in that,
Free Guy too. Let's go.
I hope. And then,
we need it to happen.
I'll have another experience with Sean Levy because he is one of a kind. He's brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Last one for you guys. I mean, I'm sure a lot is going into this, but any other projects or things in the works you guys want to share that might be occupying your time right now?
Yeah, I've been working kind of behind the scenes. I'm giving you the exclusive of working on a non-toxic fragrance. It's called Blonde Bark, and it's manufactured in France. And I've learned that there's a lot of USDA approved organic type of chemicals that are being put into a lot of things that I'm learning disrupt like our hormones and our endocrine system. When you're putting cologne or perfume on every single day on very vulnerable parts of the body, like the neck and the wrist, and right onto the skin, whatever you apply on your skin goes into the bloodstream, and then whatever you spray in your environment affects your health, your kids' health, your animals' health. We kind of had a health scare with Ralphie back in January of 2022. And I noticed that it really sparked interest on the internet when I went to go call upon my audience to say, hey, what do you think might be causing some of these like, it seemed like some sort of like an asthma for dogs or some lung issue. And the number one thing people were talking about were like, check your candles, check your products. And I was like, absolutely. And when I started talking about that on social media, I got a response outpour that I could not believe. People care more about their animals' health than their own health. And that's when I knew, wow, people really need to pay attention, and not only what they're putting on their body, but what they're putting around their environment with their animals and their kids. So it's been something I've been working on for about 2 years. It'll be coming out this holiday season. I'm really excited to have this non-toxic, clean, it's co-ed, it's for both, fragrance. And yeah, it's something that means a lot to me. It's something that's important to me, and I've kind of implemented into Rob's life. And health and wellness is big in this household. So be on the lookout for Blonde Bark. It'll be a good new holiday favorite. And it's beautiful packaging. It's kind of like a Where's Waldo situation. Ralphie's on the packaging, so you'll have to look for him.
Smells good too.
Nice, yeah. Nice. I'm just curious, when you go from being an elite athlete to now retired and doing everything else you're doing, do you go from hitting the gym real hard to be an elite athlete just to stay in TV shape, or is it still kind of doing what you used to do?
TV shape, I love it. TV shape is actually going around and talking to random people and just striking up a conversation. There's many people out there. Those are the people that are made for TV that can just talk all day. Like, for example, Greg Olson, when I met him like 10 years ago, I'm like, this guy needs to be on TV, and let alone he was announcing the Super Bowl last year as a commentator, which is unbelievable. He does such a great job, and he's such a great person. But no, it's definitely one thing I like to maintain in my life is staying in shape. I mean, I've been doing it since I've been a young kid, running around, doing activities, playing sports, and I just have to. It makes me feel right. I was actually just talking about it about an hour ago. We're headed home right after this conversation. I was like, I can't wait to go and work out and run
Mhm.
today because I haven't done it in like 3 days. It just makes me feel mentally sharp, makes me feel physically sharp, and it feels like it prepares me for the TV stuff. You know, it keeps my brain going, keeps my body moving. So gotta stay in shape. If it's doing an activity, playing basketball, if it's just going for a run, or if it's doing a lift, I just still have to do it. I've been doing it my whole life, and I just feel complete doing it as well. And I believe that it helps out all my business stuff too, because it keeps my mind nice and clear.
It's funny. I always say that if we were to ever have cameras in our house and have a reality show, it would be exactly what people think. Like in our living room, there's a mini trampoline, there's a mini rebounder in the middle of our floor. It doesn't move. There's workout bands all over the house. He does push-ups and watching movies. He made me do a plank while watching football last night. Like, and together. I mean, there's foam rollers that you trip on in the middle of the night. It's TB12 ball. It's everything.
You're right.
Acupressure mats.
I actually did my I actually did my longest plank of my life last night. I did 2.5 minute plank. I never really done one over like 90 seconds. And I was just like, I'm going to do a 2.5 minute plank right now.
And it was like 11 p.m.
And
It's just, this is a regular.
It was like 9:30 and it hurt.
Wow.
It hurt. I couldn't believe I did it. It was a 90 seconds in. I was like, I have another minute. It hurt. Everything was feeling it. That's why I was feeling a little shaky this morning. I forgot I did that plank.